Hello, Doofing here, coming to you from the L-39. I am going to go through how to get some of the weapons off the rail here in the Albatross. I am in a takeoff from parking hot bird, but this is the same switch configuration you would have from a auto start or from an air start with no weapons on the racks, or takeoff from runway configuration. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at a couple of the armament options here. We're going to look at the air-to-air missiles. We get the R60 mics and the R3Rs. We've got bombs. In this case, you've got a selection of bombs. I prefer the OFAB Jupiters. We've got the rocket or the gun pods. We've got the rocket pods. I'm going to start with the bombs here. The switch configuration will be the same, but I just prefer the Jupiters. They're a retarder bomb, they're fun, they're easier to use from a shallower angle and a lower altitude. Alright, so we're going to focus on a couple different sections of the airplane here. First up is the right hand circuit breaker panel. That switch right there is the master circuit breaker for power for the weapons. Alright, so go down here in the center panel. We've got from left to right the circuit breaker for armament power. We have the gun sight switch. We have the missiles / rocket switch. We have bombs and outer pylon for the gun pods and inner pylon for the gun pods. Alright, over here on the left side of the cockpit, we have the main power switch for the cannon. That is the outboard and inboard pylon selectors. That's the starboard port switch, and then that is the bomb series switch. If we just want to drop once, we'll put that in the center position. Let's see, those are the igniters for the gun pods, and that is the igniter for the GS cannon. All set up for the OFAB Jupiters. The way I've got it set up, I should just be dropping one at a time. That gives me, I've got racks of 2, so it should be 4 total bomb attacks that I can do. The last thing to note was on the tip of the stick, I've got this little safety lever that pops down and forms the trigger when it's ready to go. Okay, here I am approaching the target. We have a number of F-18s parked in the NASCAR speedway there. And I'm going to try to drop a single OFAB Jupiter on them. Alright, so we've got Cali targets. Come on in my run here. It's getting lined up. A single bomb away. Right in the middle. Next thing I'm going to do is the 4x rocket pods. So the first thing I'm going to do is arm up.
Request rearming.
And go to my right hand circuit panel, turn my main power for the weapons on. I'm going to go to my front panel here, and I'm going to do the first 3. So that's the main power, that is the gun sight, and that is the rocket / missiles. We're going to select both our inner and outer pylons there. And we're going to wait for our little, those little lights will come on when we have armaments on there.
Rearming complete.
Alright, we're hot. There's our safety bar. We're going to put that down. And we should be good to go here. Alright, coming in on that same group of F-18s. I haven't adjusted my sight. I'm just going to wing it here. The gesture picker for Small amount of depression. That is the rocket series switch. Increase the number of rockets. I don't see a difference personally, but may as well give it a try. You should fire 2 rockets per trigger pull from all 4 rocket pods. I'm not seeing it, but... Alright, next up is the PK3 gun pods. And I'm going to combine that with the GS cannon. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to arm up. And just like always, we're going to go to our right hand panel, turn on our main circuit breaker for weapons. We're going to go over to our front panel. We're going to hit the main power circuit breaker. We're turning our gun sight on, and we're going to skip those 2 and do the last 2, which is our outer and inner gun pod arms. Okay, so next thing we need to do is turn on our cannon. Those are the pyro armaments for the to charge the guns. We're waiting for our little
rearming complete.
meter there, so we're not hot. There we go. Now we are. Now I've turned on the gun pods, and we got to turn our cannon on, and then we need to charge our main cannon right there. So we should be hot. I just need to turn my little safety trigger thingy on my stick, and we'll be good to go. In the interest of keeping the video short, I've edited out the takeoff. See, my safety is down, my PK and GS switch is up, which means that the cannons and the PK3 gun pods are all going to fire at once. My selectors for the inner and outer are on. Yeah, I'm ready to do some rocking and rolling here. The PK3 gun pod is 3 times PK machine guns. So I've got 12 of those 30 caliber barrels and 2 barrels of 23 millimeter, all about to go here. That is what that looks like. And last but not least is the air-to-air missiles. First thing we're going to do is we're going to arm up. Mainly get them on the outer pylons.
Request rearming.
And then, just like always, we're going to turn our main circuit breaker on there. We're going to turn our main power, our gun sight, and our rocket/missile. Alright, over here, we have 2 switches in the back there. One you can't really see. But that is that turns on the seeker head for the missiles. We're going to select our outboard pylons. And as soon as we're loaded up, we should hear some tone. There we go. Now, we can now adjust the volume of our tone with that little knob there. Alright, so we got both missiles there, and they're both armed. Just need to turn our little safety on, and we are ready to go. Now we're at the air, tracking in on a helicopter. my 8. There he is, a tally. Getting in the gun sight there. Box 2. And got it. Okay. So if you like this kind of content, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in a future video.